Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be giving you a snippet of one of my lives where I was talking about Cardi B. I had a very funny caller call in, and I'm going to play for you guys the call in which he was describing why he felt like Cardi B and Offset were getting a divorce. And then after that, I'm going to play another one of my subscribers who wanted to put their input in on why Cardi B got a divorce. Here is my subscriber describing why he feels like Cardi B and Offset got a divorce, and it's quite hilarious.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say that I feel like a lot of people are overlooking like the main issue here. It could be that social media had a really huge impact on the relationship, from the ocean of temptation that Offset's privy to, for example. I mean, we have to understand that that blue check, not only does it attract a lot of women, he can also get into the inbox of a lot of women, and they're going to respond right away. So I think it has a lot to do with the temptation that social media is like put upon our society. Does that make any sense? Like, for example, Neek, if Offset were to hit you up, you may not respond, but that blue check is going to be somewhat enticing to you. Am I right?
I feel like for most women who are not used to dealing with celebrity men, I think that a large majority will be enticed by that. Me personally, no.
Well,
But
not
I
even
think
so. Well, not even, not to interrupt you, but not even celebrity men. We have to understand, people now with 20,000 followers on Instagram are walking around with inflated egos as though they're celebrities. So we have to put them in the conversation. This is a very real subject. It's not just celebrities. I'm telling you, the follower count and the amount of eyeballs that people are getting from social media really has a lot to do with their vanity. I mean, to the point now where you see in Australia, LA, and New York, there was a study that Stanford did that showed that social media has influenced millions of women to get boob jobs, lip injections, and butt implants. And Cardi B's done all these things, and it's a litmus test to show you that changing your physical appearance is not enough to keep a man, or enough to keep a woman. Men are guilty of doing certain things for cosmetic reasons too. But we have to take into account the fact that Cardi B changed her physical appearance to satisfy a man, and look where it got her. And this has everything to do with IG culture. We can't just blame the man. IG culture is causing these breakups.
so. You think because of the climate on IG, because on IG it makes you acquire a unrealistic relationship goal per se. So you think her looking into that wouldn't want to keep that relationship goal of being married and having a wholesome family?
I don't really believe that you can have a wholesome a relationship like that on social media, because it's not
I'm
going to
just
be.
saying perception wise. Perception. We're living in a world where people think that, if you got to build a body, you got, all of these people and you got all this money in the bank and you know what I'm saying? They think that if you got 1 million followers, you're close to a millionaire. I'm talking about not realistically. I'm saying perception wise.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that to a degree, but I mean, I guess I don't exactly understand how you were prefacing that question. I mean, what are you asking me exactly? Like, is she trying to keep up a certain facade?
No, you said that based on social media's influence is why you believe that her marriage, or she wants to get away from her marriage. But I'm saying if we look at how social media perceives certain things, the perception is better if you are a union. So I'm saying, wouldn't that kind of be the opposite? Wouldn't she want to stay with him? Because we haven't heard new infidelity rumors as far as him cheating before her fouling. So wouldn't she want to keep her marriage intact if we were basing it off of social media perception? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now I get your point. Now I agree with that to a degree, but I mean, I personally don't feel like there's any such thing as like an actual union on social media that's authentic, that we're actually seeing. I mean, who would be the main couple of social media right now, YouTube wise? Would it be the Ace family? Is the Ace family like the ideal you know what a
I think
couple
a lot
looks?
of people look at the Ace family like they are BS. I think a lot of people look at I think a lot of me personally, I be thinking these relationships be BS just for the views, just for the clout. But I think
Agreed.
that people looking wise, what couple would be the one that people really look at as goals? I think that it probably would be I don't think it would be the Ace family.
Well, I was just using them as an example. Like they're one of the most popular families on YouTube, and like people
Yeah.
really watch. People watch it by the millions. So I don't think that Cardi B or anybody like that would want to be portrayed in that sort of fictitious light. But at the same time, my whole point is, I feel like we kind of diverted from my point, which was the influence that Instagram has as far as the wandering eye syndrome that many men suffer from. I mean, they have a constant feed that refreshes anytime you scroll down that can just give you ass. I mean, we have women just, doing workout videos like where they're doing squats and it's like a high definition close up of their ass crack. I mean, it's pornography now. I mean, it's cheating is not just happening with celebrity men. And I feel like IG culture, TikTok culture is perpetuating cheating so badly that it's going to become the norm. I mean, the WAP video, WAP, whatever it stands for. I don't want to say it here because there may be kids listening, but this is encouraging an entirely new behavior. The family is over. It's over.
So what do you think is next? You don't think that it's a publicity stunt in any way? You just think that it was influenced by, what she's seeing as far as trends and everything like that in the culture of social media relationships. What do you think is next for her? Do you think
I,
that she's going to get with another baller, or what do you think?
I think Cardi B is exhausted. That's why she got out of the relationship. And I feel like she got tired of getting cheated on. And who knows? Maybe she wants to take a political avenue now. Maybe she'll start dating a Mark Lamont Hill or something. Who knows? She's getting political, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, but I feel like she might have just had been so stressed out and getting tired of getting dragged on Instagram, getting tired of, waking up and finding out that her man's cheating on her by looking at things on the shade room or just, comments in general. I don't know. I feel like she just got exhausted, quite frankly. And I think it has everything to do with IG culture. This social media culture is ruining society. There's an excellent documentary on Netflix right now. It's called The Social Dilemma. You gotta watch it. I mean, wow, it's really good.
Mhm. And can you break down what it's talking about as far as the social dilemma?
It just talks about it interviews a whole lot of tech industry insiders, like people that worked at Twitter on the design side of things. The Instagram founders are in the documentary, and it just talks about how it's basically an addictive algorithm that teaches itself how to learn each and every one of us better so it can manipulate us further. I mean, Facebook did an experiment on social contagion. Their whole thing was to see if they could influence and affect people's actual physiology through the application, and it worked. There's so many things going on right now with social media that we have no idea are happening. For example, if I'm listening to a song in my car and just driving down the road, that algorithm can predict how I feel listening to that song based on if I replay a certain part of that song. How high is the volume am I playing it at? What am I going to listen to next? What am I going to browse? Am I going to go look at my ex-girlfriend's photo on Instagram? And then the algorithm then comes up with an assessment of me, my personality. And these are just little small things I'm telling you. When you look at a photograph of somebody and you pinch to zoom, all that's recorded. They're like, this guy likes that aspect of her body. Let's give him more photos that look like that aspect of the body. I might be going off onto a tangent, but I'm just trying to articulate that the level of deception that we are all, being victimized by is uncanny. You got to watch The Social Dilemma.
Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, we need to look at it deeper than if he's cheating, whether there's a baby. It's deeper than that, basically, in summary.
I think it's much deeper than that, but at the same time, we can't take away from the title of your show, basically, like which is what the hell happened. I think it's deeper than exactly just cheating. But yeah, sure, on a surface level, Cardi might not be privy to all these things I'm talking about right now, but she's certainly disengaging from Offset because of the things I'm speaking of. She may be tired of just getting cheated on, but we're not addressing the issue as to why he's cheating. Every time he goes onto his Instagram, he's got an ocean of women that are like just ready to go. And I'm not saying they're in his inbox, but he can get in their inbox and that blue check does wonders. If he got into your inbox with that blue check, Neek, you'd probably have a hard time not responding. Am I right?
I would respond and see if he want to interview or something, but I mean,
Well,
responding
I'm
in what
speaking. I'm,
way?
I'm speaking metaphorically. Does the blue check carry weight or not? in our society. You
In
can
society, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. People look at clout. They look at numbers. They look at if you're verified or not. Like if you have a blue check, people are more intrigued as to what you do.
yeah.
So yeah,
Would you date a guy that didn't have a blue check?
yeah.
Okay, well that's
I'm
news to
dating
me.
guys right now that don't got blue checks.
Okay, oh, okay. Well, that's all I really wanted to say. But do you understand where I'm
Yeah.
coming from? The point I'm trying to articulate.
I get you. Basically, in summary, like I said, what I get from it is that you feel like it's deeper than that. It's more of a social media influence type of thing, and you feel like that is the reason why some of this is going on. And it's not just her per se. You're not just even not only speaking on Cardi, you're speaking on the climate in general of where we
Yes,
are today in today's society. So yeah, I mean, I
exactly.
get what you're saying totally.
Exactly. I just like to end by saying that culture is essentially culture is dead. Relationships are dead. I know I might sound a little doom and gloom, but I'm speaking in broad terms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all these social media apps have really damaged the way we interact with one another. And I really believe it's affecting the ability to be faithful. And monogamy is really under attack right now.
Are
I
you in
mean,
a relationship right now?
no, I'm single right now, but I was in a relationship for 4 years. We broke up about 6 months ago, and I'm still kind of like trying to ground myself and recover from that.
Was it due to social media? Do you feel like social media influenced your breakup?
Not on the not really, so to speak. But for me, I definitely had an issue with her being on social media. I never really voiced it so much, but yeah, there was a little bit of reluctance on my part. I didn't like it because I knew that she was on there and there were guys liking her photos and all that, and it really affected me.
Was
I
it
didn't.
really more so an insecure thing, you think?
It's not even I don't think it was an insecure thing. I'm 6'2". I'm in great shape. I've got a lot of talents. I make a good amount of money. Um, I just, if I'm going to be with somebody, I don't
Or
want my
is it
girl.
more of a control thing? Because it
It's
could
not.
be either insecurity, it can be control, or you could just be somebody who feels like you just deserve a certain amount of respect.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all those things. I think insecurity probably definitely played a role into it because if I was secure with who I am, I guess I wouldn't give a damn that like she was posting sexy pictures and people were liking them. But
Right.
she's probably dating one of those guys right now. So
But what
like
if she wasn't? What if she was totally dedicated to you, but she just likes to get a little bit of validation that she still got it?
well, then that just goes to show that like we weren't compatible in that sense. Because quite frankly, I think I want a girl who's not interested in social media.
Mhm.
That's all. I think that's very hard to find these days. I mean, here I am talking bad about social media on a social media platform known as YouTube.
Right. It's
So I
addicting.
mean, we're all walking contradictions. And I'm really grateful that you have this platform and you give us an opportunity to kind of like vent these things out, especially this late at night. I don't sleep. I stay up all damn night. Ever since the breakup, I don't really sleep at night.
Ever since the breakup of your girl?
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't.
Well, send her some nice flowers to her job. Flowers.com. You could get some nice flowers for like $30. Send her
Yeah,
some flowers. Tell her you're thinking about her. It's really fucking with you. Now you're on social media and you don't even fucking like social media
exactly, exactly.
and you can't sleep.
I had a buddy who didn't have a phone for 7 years. He didn't have a smartphone, and he got a smartphone so he could communicate with his girlfriend, and then she dumped his ass, and now he's got this damn phone. You know,
What's your YouTube? We need to be on your YouTube because you hilarious. What's your YouTube?
I haven't started a YouTube because I just haven't started one. I have a dummy account, I guess you could say, so I can tune in and listen to like people like you and a couple other shows that I like, but I haven't started a YouTube channel primarily for
So
the
is
main.
White Bob gonna be your character? Because I don't think that you're really white. I think that you probably are black, but that's kind of your moniker.
Yes, I'm a black man. I'm 36 years old, and the reason I do White Bob because like it's one of my favorite characters from Martin. That was White Bob for marketing. So like when I call into a show, I like to kind of just spruce things up a little bit, and kind of I give my real opinions and how I feel about things, but at the same time, I put a little bit of gusto on it.
All right. And I think in closing, I don't know what type of girl the last one is, but I think you know what I'm saying, give it a little bit of edge next time. Go for a hood girl next. You might be surprised that you might like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that in consideration. I mean, what about you? I mean, I know you're not a hood girl, but I mean, I don't have a blue check, and we've already established that that's not something that's a criteria for you. So,
Shoot your shot, White Bob, for marketing.
that's right. That's what I'm doing right now, Neek. What do you think, Neek? I mean, I'm 6'2". I'm 185 pounds.
I
I've
need
got a
to see I need to see the photo. I need to see the photo. I can't just go off of 6'2" and 180 pounds. I need to see. I mean, I'm not caught up in looks, but I still would like to see what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, but not this late at night. I'm kind of in my, unwinding outfit. So I really don't want you to see exactly what I look like. I'd like to get
Just
my
throw up
edges
a photo on the avatar.
Yeah, maybe next time, maybe next time. But you're so unpredictable. How often do you go live? I mean, when can I expect to catch you on here?
I always go randomly at just random times.
Okay, I like sporadic. See, I think we'd be a good match. What's your sign? I'm a Scorpio.
Shoot that shot, White Bob, for marketing.
I'm trying. Who's that? Who's that over there encouraging me?
They said they want to hear your real voice.
This is my real voice right here. Now, I'm not going to give you my real voice too much, though. Because if I give you my real voice, then you'll get to know who I am, and then I'll have to start, changing it up. So I'm not going to give you my real voice, okay? So there you go.
Give us a snippet of your real voice one more time. Go ahead.
This is my real voice, and this is what I sound like. But when I call into your show, I kind of sound like this a little bit, because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? It allows me to articulate myself better than I would if I were just talking like this.
Oh my God. All right, Bob.
All right, so I'm gonna reach out to you next time you go live. I don't have notifications set up on my phone, but I might do that just so I could catch you, Neek.
All right, no doubt. Thanks for the support.
Absolutely. 6'2", 185. 6'2", 185, and relatively dark.
I thought it was 180. Now it's 185. Is it gonna be 190 next?
Well, hopefully by the time I see you, I'll get a couple In-N-Out burgers in me and I can bulk up. Yeah, 190 would be good.
Because you said 180. Now it's 185. Then when you say your stats again, it's going to be 6'3" and 192. Well, what is the deal?
Weight fluctuates, I'm between 180 and 190 if you really want to be specific about it. If I were to hit a scale right now, it might even say 179, but I'm not lying to you.
All right. That's what's up, Bob.
All right, Neek. I'll definitely be speaking to you in the future, okay? You have a good night.
All right. All right, so here is one more of my subscribers who wanted to give their input on Cardi B, and then we're going to get into Nene Leakes revealing that she is fired from, or she's no longer going to be returning to the Housewives. But first, here's my subscriber speaking on Cardi B.
Okay, so here's my take and personal opinion on this entire Cardi B and Offset divorce situation. And again, this is just my opinion. Cardi and Offset never seemed to have a real marriage to me from the beginning. Their marriage was more like a 3-year contract, a relationship that was forced to become a marriage because of her pregnancy. Their labels put them together to keep or to help her career rather. And basically now their contract is up. It's coming to an end. And conveniently, Cardi says that her next album will be a Lemonade type of album. And basically, to me, this is all a part of her career plan. All of this has been a part of her career plan. And if you really think about it, Offset never acknowledged her as his wife at all. In every single one of his interviews, posts, pictures, he always calls her my girl, never his wife. And you know what I'm saying? She's basically just sex to him from the beginning. She may have looked at it as a career plan or maybe even fell in love, but in my opinion, they always look like a sexual type of couple. She was just sex to him. And she never presented herself to be a woman or a wife. She even basically claimed it and owned it in her song WAP, talking about cooking and cleaning and getting a ring. That's why everybody's referring back to the song, because she never presented herself as a woman or a wife, and rather a sex object. That's what the entire song is about. That's what the entire Cardi B image is about. Sex object since when she started loving hip hop till now. And she basically allowed him to finger her and dry fuck her and hump her and grab her butt in public, red carpet. everywhere you can think of on social media, they were always sexualizing themselves in their relationship. You never saw any of their pictures or posts where they're with all of their kids together, his kids included, going out, doing things as a family, parks and picnics or anything. And they would post culture once in a while together in a picture for good measure, good publicity and stuff, for good image. But every single picture, post, or video was sexualized, and she's screaming, "I want to suck your dick," and I'll come fuck me, I can't wait till you get home, and like everything about her and him and their relationship, marriage, was sexualized. I mean, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is. And now it's come to an end. Do I think it's a publicity stunt? Yes and no. I mean, I do think that it was never a real marriage to begin with. Maybe at some point she fell deep in love. And I'm not scared to say her name at all. At all. But based on, my respect for Neek and their history or whatever, Neek doesn't, really like to bring up names on her channel. I'm going to respect that. But I hated how she was so upset and dramatic about people speaking on Cardi's divorce. And she was getting so mad. And she started saying things like, "Oh, you people are probably on your fourth baby daddy," or "step parents to your husband's side baby." Like, no, babes. While that may be true for 10% of marriages, that is definitely not the case for me and the other 90%. Yes, some people are celebrating, her divorce. And it's nothing to praise or celebrate, but some of this, some of us have good marriages and not perfect marriages. We've all made mistakes and took men back we shouldn't have, but some of us have healthy marriages. And she's basically saying things like, "Oh, I hope it's not true. I hope my quote baby sis unquote, is not really, divorce. I hope it's not a real divorce. I hope it's not true." Well, like, if you were a real friend, you wouldn't want her to stay in such a toxic marriage. You wouldn't want her to continue to be publicly humiliated, cheated on, lied to in front of everyone. Like, if you were a real friend, you wouldn't be saying things like, "Oh, I hope this isn't true. They're not getting a divorce." Like, come on, bro. Like, you have to understand that this is celebrity gossip. This is what people are going to be talking about. This is the next new hot topic. People are going to be talking about this and their divorce because it's celebrity news and gossip. That's what you do for a living. You just want Cardi to get a pass because she's your friend. She's not going to get a pass just because she's your friend and you like her. You need to keep the same energy that you keep for everyone else. You're the one that tells us, "Hey, don't idolize," and you tell us to stop looking at them as couples goals. Well, that's what you're doing in this situation. Just because she's your friend, you need to keep the same energy. Stop trying to make us like you're trying to cape for her, trying to shame every other person. "Oh, your husband's cheat." Not all of us, sis. Like, not all of us. Just because Cardi B is going through that doesn't mean you should put other people down to try to make her look better. No, not all of us. Like, I can't believe you seem appalled and disgusted that people are talking about this. Like, that this is celebrity gossip. Like, these celebrities and these blogs that love and praise these celebrities need to understand that this is what people do. Like, that's what they signed up for. This is what you do. This is your job even. And you want Cardi to get a pass because she's your friend. It's not happening. It's not happening. And Nick, I agree with you. I'm going to end it here. I agree with you on everything. I believe that Cardi's not telling the truth about, lawyers leaking this information and her not knowing about the custody arrangement or child support. Like, you have to sign it before you let them release it. So that's all BS. And for that blog to actually, roll with whatever Cardi is saying because that's your friend, you yourself know, if you could think for yourself for once, and not let, whatever people say, you just run with it. If you could think for yourself, you would know that that's not true. Some of the things she told you are not true. Use your common sense. And I'm going to end it here. Like, Neek, I'm sorry for this long voice note. I love you. I've been watching you since day one, girl. Keep doing your thing, Black Queen, for your daughter. Like, you are amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, and I love you.
All right, so that was one of my subscribers who sent in a voice note about Cardi B's situation, and for a lot of it, they were referring to the information that another blogger put out. A lot of what she said, I agree with her. I mean, you know, Cardi B is not exempt from celebrity gossip, just like anybody else wouldn't be exempt from celebrity gossip. And that particular blogger did try to make it seem as though people can't comment on Cardi B. Cardi B can be talked about like anybody else